In this video, I will become the greatest king in all of Crusader Kings 3. That is quite the task in a game that is 1/3 kings and 2/3 crusaders and threes. Who would have the honor to become the greatest of all kings? Well, to become a king, you can't be a king already, but you need to play as someone that has potential for greatness. So today, I will be playing as petty King Ethelred Ethelwulfsson's heir, the man that will become Alfred the Great. But the question still stands. What makes a king great? Well, for one, he's a champion of his people. And with the Vikings coming knocking on the shores of England to try and conquer it, we have plenty of opportunities to protect the peasantry. So that is exactly what we're going to do. But right now, we're not even the king. A title befalls on my older brother, King Ethelred. Now, we could speed up the process of getting this title if we were to murder our brother. But what king would I be if I was a kinslayer? One of the greatest crimes in medieval history. Instead, I will have to wait for him to naturally get off the throne. And here they come, the vile Vikings. We're not actually fighting for any of our own land. We're fighting to protect East Anglia and Northumbria. But honestly, who wants Vikings on their borders? But there's plenty of stuff for us to get before we're a proper king. And I think every king should have a horse. You know the saying, a kingdom, my horse, hello, I would like to make a trade. You get kingdom and I get a horse. And a horse needs a name. We can get one inspired by history, one by mythology, or one that's more befitting of a horse. Now this decision will not be a light one, as the horse judged me with its empty, soulless eyes. Charger? No. Okay, maybe something more from history, eh? If I'm to become the greatest, I must name my horse after the great Bucephalus, the steed of Alexander the Great. And here is my son! And naming your boy is very important. This is your heir after all, your legacy, made flesh. Edbald would not cut it. Gamal, you sounds like old in Swedish. And Merlesweng, I don't even know if that's an actual name. That just sounds made up. This is Bjorn Alfredsson, and he was my boy, and I loved him. Alright, little buddy, listen, no pressure, but the entire realm's future rests on your tiny little baby shoulders. So, I need to make sure that you are safe. Here we go, just gonna adjust the strap so it fits your head a little bit better. There we go. Alright, no need to baby-proof the castle, but we baby-proof the baby. What? My brother! He was brutally mauled and slain in battle! That means I'm the king! Brother, how could God have abandoned us such as to send these Norsemen from hell to our shores? Ah! It befalls upon me to enact my vengeance, brother! And vengeance we shall have. No Norseman will live on my soil if I have anything to say about it. Raise the armies, prepare the knights. We're going on the goddamn offensive. First, we need to stop the man of the Gardarike kingdom, known as Rurik the Troublemaker. He had come to our lands from quite far away, may I say, to join in the plundering of our land. But my anger could not cloud my judgment. If I'm to be a good king, I must protect my fellow men. And that included petty King Edmund Ethelverdarsson of East Anglia, who was currently getting his ass handed to him by a Norseman. And even worse so, he'd been captured by him. That war was seemingly lost. I had not been king in time. A king has to make choices, and some of those are very hard. The people of Brentford must be protected from the Norsemen's grubby, unwashed hands. Our forces ready themselves for battle, and I would steal their hearts with a speech. When I look upon our foes, I see codpiece coddling, lily sniffing, invertebrate cuckolds, with the strength of marmutes and the scent of the camels of Jerusalem. Their helmets are French chamber pots, their chainmail be woolen, and their spears be unsharpened pot stirrers. To slay these Norse invaders is not a crime, but a mercy, as their very existence is a fault in the eyes of God, and a mistake in the holy creator's creation. So join me, my Anglo-Saxon brothers! We charge for victory! Alfred! 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 Drive these Gardarikians out of here! Come on, warriors! Send them to the very gates of hell! Go! Go! Kill them all! We've done it! Send this devil running with his tail between his legs. Go home to your ugly... Oh, she's not ugly at all, goddamn. Why is my wife out here looking like this? No, wait, that's not the way for a king to act. Ah, yes, a comely Anglo-Saxon maiden, as not to be too beautiful, so that she distracts you from your actual duties as king. I imagine waking up to that every morning. You wouldn't even get out of bed. that's why he's so bad at fighting. You bed stayer. Off with ya. I'm gonna kill your Norse brethren now. But the seemed that Norsemen would not relent. And the vile bastard known as Hastin. Hey, Hastin, this is just for the video. I love you, okay? Looking forward to play more of you in the upcoming expansion, All Under Heaven. Okay, let's get back into character. You know, this is just acting. Hastin, the vile hag of a man. Fat, lecherous, and, well renowned for his fighting capabilities. He had attacked my brother-in-law. He was trying to claim the Duchy of Lancaster. And honestly, I would probably have to let him. I was not allied to my brother-in-law. I wasn't a huge fan of my brother-in-law. So we'd simply have to march on by his forces and hope he wouldn't win too much. But Northumberland, that we could protect against. Mostly to send a message that this halfdan white-shirted Viking is not allowed to be here. And to help us in this, we'd pick up the perk Chivalric Dominance to make our knights even more effective. We'd go for a battle in the open field by a force commanded by Mayor Knuter of Bridlington, a Republican Viking. Now I've seen it all. We struck fast and hard, knowing that from the poxed lands of the Barony of Kendall, the very own army of Jarl Halfdan would be reinforcing him. Worst of all, the Swedes, Bjorn Ironside, known for his sides of iron. If I was not mistaken, this is the half-brother of one of these vile Vikings. They fight like wolves in a pack. Us Anglo-Saxons stand alone, brave warriors. And because of this, my army was simply wiped out. Along with Ethelmeir and Earl Ainbeif of Gloucestershire. We had fought valiantly and only lost 72 men and killed 500. But no man can stand against a horde of 3 times the amount of Vikings. So we had to retreat. A good king knows when to not spare more soldiers for the meat grinder. We're trying to win, not make sausage. Now the death of this ruler of Gloucestershire. Anyway, it has the Forest of Dean mining settlement on it. And holding this would be very, very lucrative. Because hey, a king needs to hold good feasts. And feasts are expensive, especially good ones. So we've offloaded the earldom of Surrey onto Earl Ansytel so that he would control all of the kingdom of Kent. Though we couldn't give away the title because we were currently not an actual king, just a petty one. That kingdom title would have to wait until we had plenty of gold, and most importantly, not a bunch of Vikings trying to pillage us. But pillage us they did, and it was pretty clear to see that I had actually failed to protect my homeland. Disband the forces, return in shame. The war is over. We have lost. Of course, we haven't lost anything. It is the Jarldom of Jorvik and Jarl Ivar the Boneless of Sutteröjar that has taken Anglia, alongside Count Hastin, who currently rules from the castle in Djuraby. We needed to rethink our strategy. We couldn't defend against the Vikings, but could we offend against the Vikings and push them back? To do this, we would actually have to talk to the Pope. Pope Nicolaus, 69 years old, and most likely secretly Santa Claus. We needed to hold on to our purses and save up our gold so that we could form the Kingdom of England. We'd also appoint Wulfwin to be our court tutor of the children, and we put out a notice to look for a wet nurse to help us instill good virtues into little baby Björn. And this is what I mean, having an Anglo-Saxon comely lass is better than a looker, as my beautiful wife Ailswith managed to save us 80 gold. This, alongside with our great income from our mine, was enough to give us gold to form the Kingdom of England. And so I had become a king, and a great one at that. Celebrated by Earl Uthred of Middle Saxe. Commence with the preparation for a glorious coronation. And as part of the celebration, hand out titles to those that should have them, like Earl Arnseter, the rightful ruler of Kent, and my dear friend Earl Uthred, rightful Duke of East Saxe. We had to wait a little bit though, because the man we had hired to make our crown, Seshok, the rabbinic Ashkenazi Jew, was still working hard on it. Crowned or not, I had the ability now to offer vassalage to those petty kings around me, to unite our realm against the Norsemen. And I first set my sights on petty King Dumnart, a Cornish Catholic man. I began swaying him, which was a damn hard task to do because this man is large and not easily swayed. But he's actually attacking alongside King Charles, the bastard that is Hastin. They're trying to evict him. Very impressive.
I need something great, something epic to make my creation stand out from the uninspired masses.
Yeah, he's actually from Long Island.
What do you think about adding your family's motto to your commission?
Yeah, that sounds lovely. Of course we should have it on. That's a great idea. What did you say? I said that's a great idea. Alfred the Great! Long live Alfred! Wherever I go, from Hampshire to Tonbridge, my subjects know me, and they call me Alfred the Great. Let's go! I'm the greatest of all kings! It's done! The crown is done! An opulent crown of masterful craftsmanship. The crown is forged from gold and adorned with intricate filigree that is framed by a large emerald centerpiece. The motto of the Wessex family is inscribed on it. Oh dear God, that's long. What punishment may befall us when we do not cherish or transmit learning? An elegant inscription on each side. That must go around the whole thing. Let the preparations commence! Let's have it in Dover. And since I'm such a great king, I'm going all out. Glory and splendor and lavish banquets. At the coronation, I wish to impress my attendees. This will give me more legitimacy, which is great for actually getting people to join me as vassals. Let the coronation commence! We have arrived in Dover. The air buzzes with anticipation as it dawns on me that I'm finally to be crowned King of England. What's got you looking so smug? Hey, that's Duke Uthred. That's Arnsetel, my best friend. Let's go. Hey! My queen! Hey, King Charles! Hey, you King Charles! Hey, yo, who got my horse in here? Is that Bucephalus? Holy moly! Before the coronation can proceed, I must decide who shall preside over the sacred rites. I could leave it to Gospatrick, my priest. No, I was chosen by heaven. Say my name when you pray. I must crown myself. King Alfred, my Chancellor Arnsetel says, who I just made a duke, mind you know. I know the day is near where you will look at your reflection on the cold metal and wonder if you're doing the right thing. Let it be known, let it be screamed from every corner of this keep that I stand by your side. He produces a small gift from this pouch. I have commissioned this for you. Hey, yo! A folded iron dagger of masterful craftsmanship. The blade is etched to display the words, Wait, that means we can put whatever we want. Actually, down below in the comments, what was etched on the blade? Before he scratched it out, it was like, this is gonna be so good. And then it's like, nah, that's not fit for the king. I wanna see in the comments, the blade's inscription read, and then what it was. The best one gets a pinned comment. Thank you so much, my friend. Good king! King Charles practically shouts. Yeah, goddamn, I mean, is that all you can say because you technically speak French? Your most loyal supporters and your most faithful vassals, we stand here in your honor to lend you aid, whatever may come. Thanks, buddy. Thank you so much. Dearest king, as French wish to support you, and in the days to come, the crown will soon rest on your head, but will our customs rest in your heart? No, I won't do the French way. Listen, buddy, I focus on the coronation, not the French. I'm an Englishman, okay? Thanks for the support, though. He's like, will you be French? No. Will you ever speak French? I don't know, maybe. Good king. I turn around. Oh my God, everyone can call me good king. It's Uthred. He's next to a nervous man. Who is this? Oswine. He offers the first and best of my men. A caravan leader. Few are as generous as you are, my friend. But I don't want him. Get that man out of here. What? Why am I crying in the corner? My vassals Bjornrad and my wife are arguing over who will lead the entry in the ceremony. He has an axe! Let's discuss a solution, okay? Maybe the man with the axe can put down the axe. My archbishop says, what a dedicated audience. If you permit me, I shall ask one of my scribes to record the reaction of your guests. The cheers, the gasps, even the tears. Let none forget how your creation moved us all. Look, I have depicted King Charles as if making the face of the thumbnail of the man known as Mr. Beast. Now, buddy, focus on God, okay? That's fine by me. Dear God, I thought the coronation would be like put the thing on my head and then go to bed. But no, apparently there's so much more to fix. Don't I have a chancellor for this? It's my friend Arnsetel and it's my even better friend Uthred. They're arguing. Both have been promised the vaunted role of holding the royal scripture during the ceremony. It's just a... Give me the fucking crown! I'll hold the scriptures. But so, all the preparations are complete. The great ceremonial assembly now awaits in Dover's High Church. Through cheers, my procession parts the town's thronging crowds. My finest knights ride before me, my royal household behind. Horns ring out. Peasant praise the king, and women weep in ecstasy as his glorious parade. I am the very image of a great king. That makes Dover awed by a wondrous coronation. Very good. Dear God, it's not over here. It's Sinhelm Ethelring and my Archbishop, Gospatrick. Hey, buddy, don't forget about God in this. Listen, sometimes you get caught up in all this splendor, all of this gold and glitz. But you gotta remember, up high in the sky, there's a guy that won't ever say goodbye. And that guy, that's Jesus. G-O-D, the OG, Jesus Christ. Dear God, you must be from the very southern part of England. I shall defend Christ's holy church, don't worry. The peasants now shuffle forward. They smell... I won't be negative on my own coronation, but at least they're here. As they voice their words, another sound meets my ear. Beyond the church, I hear the waiting crowds cry out in joyful anticipation. Hundreds of people call my name. Alfred, Alfred, Alfred of England. I'm honored. I'm honored. Ho, 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 ho. Look at that. You're preparing the fine jewel crown. That Jew was good. They bless it. They buff it. Plus 10 to rulership. Plus 10 to stewardship. And we're not done yet. Jesus! Coronations are an event and a half! Listen, it's time for this final sacred moment. I must be smeared in holy oil as for my rightful rule to be lubricated and slip smoothly into that which is rulership. Gospatrick, the shepherd of all of the Englishmen, marked with sacred, sweet-smelling golden oil. I squeezed this oil myself, don't ask me what I squeezed to get it. On my trembling hand, my head, my breast, my shoulder, and the bends of my arm. This anointment, shared by prophets, priests, and monarchs alike. My skin shines with the very approval of God. Am I in like a strongman competition? Do they want me to be like fully oiled up like a goddamn lifter guy? And here it is, finally, gripping the cross-bearing diadem in my fingers, reciting, Lord God, you're above all kings, to your dominion belongs all realm of heaven and earth, and so forth, as I crown myself master of all of England. With slow, grim steps, I approach my waiting throne. It is no small thing to become a king. May I sit here for many years to come. Let's go, King of England! With the right of the king's enthroning complete, the royal consort, that's my wife, is now to be properly instated as its queen. Alright, coronations for you too, babe. I forgot about it. So it's a red flag, my bad. My wife conducts the ritual with her characteristic openness. Her lowly breathing is betrayed. Listen, high breathing, low breathing, whatever position gets the job done to secure the heirs. She fumbles with more obscure vows of fealty. Listen, she's just a comely lass. Put the thing on her head. My beautiful queen, my sweet love, Ailswift. I've been crowned, my wife's been crowned. Some people look at me with doubt, some people with hope, but all look for me to speak of my reign and swear to the future. Will I be just? Will I be fair? How will I govern as the first king of these lands? I do not stand here as king to echo their expectations. I have come to choose my own path and a way forward for the kingdom under my guidance. Whatever England becomes, whatever I become, begins with this very moment. We now get to pick our oath. I could shape the realm. This is to bolster my development. But no, I could consolidate the kingdom, and that's no small oath. I would need to control all of the titles of the Kingdom of England. But they don't call me King Alfred the Meek. They don't call me King Alfred the Mediocre. They call me King Alfred the Great. I will consolidate the kingdom. Now we feast. The nobility begin a carefully choreographed round dance. Bearing symbolic props, they act out scenes from my dynasty rise. The triumphs, the aspirations. All eyes turn towards the central figure of the spectacle. It's Senred! He's the lauded ancestor! Oh, hey, that's me! That's my great uncle! You hit the degree just like him! Very good! Unconcerned with any etiquette, my Chancellor Duke Arnsytel slaps me on the back. I mean it! I'll do anything you ask me. Anything you ask me, and it's done. You're a man of your word, eh? I get a weak hook on him. It seems Uthred is also hitting the spiced wine, like it owes him money. My charming liege, I have enjoyed this spiced wine, and I was reminded of how we had a great time at the coronation just a few moments ago. I think about it all the time ever since this happened. We are friends. You're my friend. Hey, you're too drunk, okay? You're too drunk. Go home. Go home. Let my reign begin. It was an impressive coronation that gives me extra tax. I was an impressive host that gives me even more prestige and legitimacy. It boosts my legitimacy to true, very fine, and I get a bunch of prestige. My reign begins, and holy moly, what is that monster of an event? That was proper impressive. Alright, I guess it's time to consolidate the kingdom. And we can do that by offering vassalage to first the Cornish, but also to the Mercians. They know I am a rightful king, and therefore I must rightfully rule. Now comes the small problem. You see, the Vikings aren't exactly, well, prone to join up. So we have to defeat Söderöjer, and, most importantly, we have to slay Jarl Halfdan Whiteshirt. But the upside of that is that we actually have the ability to do holy wars. Very powerful. We'll be able to claim the kingdom in no time. Though remember, we only have 20 years to fulfill our oath. And that oath is to control all of the kingdom of England. That's quite a lot of land. I also desperately need a haircut. I'd respectfully grow it out, and hopefully get me some more attention from my wife, the queen. We'd ask the Pope for some gold. Our claim for England was righteous, so we needed the funds. A nice bit of gold that we'd use to get some onagers, so that we could siege down these Vikings swiftly. Jarl Ivar was currently getting his ass kicked by the Scots, so we took the opportunity to sneak in and take the Duchy of East Anglia. We raise the troops, we unite, and with me as its leader, we go to fight. The siege was going well. We even managed to capture one of his kids. Very good. With some luck, we could win this war without any bloodshed. And that we could. Enforce demands. We have taken East Anglia. Land we would give to Earl of Cambridgeshire. And with some rather skillful diplomacy, we would have Exilda marry Adrianos of Macedon, one of the heirs of Byzantium, ensuring us a Greek connection and a great alliance. Glorious! With this alliance, I felt emboldened. We had to act swiftly. A holy war for Jorvik would be fought. Hey, you really need to help me out here, okay? I spend the prestige, you come in and help. Why do the Greeks have to be so far away? Come on, my Greek friends! You married my daughter, you must protect my land. It's simple as that. That's how it goes. We surge into his lands. We would take his holdings, no matter how many they were. With his land sieged, we would turn our attention to actually fight the man. Oh God! Oh, we're engaged! We're going for it! And he's going for it too! We had to intervene! We had to help! The Battle of Castleton against a metal man known as Erikir of Hörsaland. The Bundi were put to the sword. And we had won our battle for the name of our lord. Jorvik is ours! And the land would go to Sig Herre Dodington. Which sounds like a made-up name. But alas, he's not a made-up lord. The title is real. And so is the gold that the Pope kept sending me. As we only had 16 years to form England. But it seemed that Arnsytel had become a heretic. We need to put him down. Convert, you swine. You drunkenly promised you'd do anything for me. Blessed be God, now stop this foolish endeavor. We then spend some gold, as Welshmen are fond of that, and acquire Gwyneth. And lastly, the Prince of Povis. And so, England just keeps growing. And all we have left is Halfdan the Whiteshirt. And 15 years to complete our goal. Now, a great king is not just a ruler of his own country. He is a ruler that benefits all of the other realms under his faith. It was decided to found the first of the Holy Order in Portsmouth. The Knights Templar! Look at that, man. That is a proper pot helmet. You bang that with a mace, he's not gonna get hit in the face, I'll tell you that. These men will be perfect when it comes time for us to attack Jarl Halfdan. Though, even against heathens like him, we have to respect the truce. Already, King Charles is having those Englishmen fight in France, as he's defending against the conquest of Norsemen, Jarl Sverker Tykesson. And it seems that the Greek and English cooperation had extended so far that the Basilius had learned my language. There was only one thing to do in turn, and that was to learn his language. But talking about cooperation, we'd marry off Princess Aelswif to our great friend King Charles the Bald. I don't expect many children to come of this marriage. It's more of a betrothal and a symbolical thing. We'd also take Veriburg, an ally with King Ludwig the Younger, by betrothing our daughter to his son Walter. With 2 strong alliances secured and a holy order at the ready, it was time to fulfill our goal to consolidate the kingdom in a great holy war for England. Come, my allies! Bavarian! Oh, is this holy order hired by Duke Constantine of the Scots? Do you really need them? Do you really need them right now? He's fighting the Norsemen. Hey man, so sorry to do this, but they're actually mine. Raise the lads. But it seems that I was not the only one to call in friends. He had brought in King Björn, Anglo-Saxons fighting Halfdan Whiteshirt, and King Björn Ironside. The symbolism of a fight like this was not lost on me, as it very closely resembled that fateful loss we had at the Battle of Northumbria. Where a young, inexperienced Alfred had once failed, the great, older and wiser Alfred would prevail. We sieged down their castles, and we marched on the Norsemen. For victory, my Bavarian friends and Frenchmen! The Battle of West Riding has commenced! It is Alfred against Rane Hrafsson, a beast of a man, a massive berserker, and his Goth Barry over there. We had to defeat him. We outnumbered the Norsemen. We crushed them. No, Eberhard! He was slain by Björn himself. But we were endless. Our Anglo-Saxon warriors, including Earl Ulf, who was limping there on his goddamn crutches. They would crush them. As our order knights put the Varangian veterans to the sword. No! Senraid! He was cut in half. Defeat their armies. Every lord that dies for this battle is an instant guaranteed to go to heaven. Siege down Lancaster. It's rightfully English. What? We had King Björn captured, but he escaped. I could have killed King Björn. And Björn has grown up. My boy Björn. Björn, that helmet kept you safe from childhood to now. And you are a brilliant strategist. I will make sure that you fight, always. For what king can send the sons of his subjects to fight, but not his own? And in true English-Greek cooperation, I would have my boy marry a beautiful Gregoria, who was brave, ambitious, slightly fickle, and also well skilled with the blade for inflicting pain. Get in there, Bjorn! And I speak Greek! Very nice! Hey, Malaka! Hey, Malaka! Hey, I know what Malaka means now. You've been calling me this the whole time. Hey, you cheeky little bastard. We've done it! We've won! We've won the Holy War for England! Let's go! Enforce demands! What? I don't hold all of it? What more am I missing? You scammed me. You have 2 troops left. I will get my troops. I will get them rightfully. All right, buddy. Hand over this duchy. No need to return home just yet, Englishmen. We have a battle to fight. My son leads one army, and his papa leads the other. Let's get in there, boys. My boy and I, side by side, battling together. I have the bloody flukes. No, that's not good. It's Lothane flukes. It's spread through the Frenchmen. And my son's pooping his brains out too. No, we've bloody won it. We've sieged them down. But this bloody flux, it's gonna be the end of me. I'm expelling blood at the latrines. Not good. A king to die by a sieging disease. The jarldom is mine at least. And I consolidate the kingdom. I upheld my oath. I did what I promised. The realm is mine. My work is done. Exactly as I said I would. I heard the scorn of the detractors, their certainty that I would fail like I did in the invasion of Northumbria. But I proved them wrong. The voices of my doubters have changed, and they now grant me the honor that they once thought was beyond my reach. A new day is upon us, and a stronger England stands ready to meet it. But alas, I fear I won't be its ruler. My body is ailing, and despite the best efforts of Gospatrick, I fear I won't be able to overcome this disease. For what is a great king, if not one that knows when to rule, and when to step down, and let others take his place? My men can go home. All I wish to do is rest. My only one regret, that I never get to see the babe of which I've sired with my wife, my 5th child. And so, King Alfred the Great of England has found peace in Christ's embrace at the age of 35. King Björn ascends the throne. Having mastered many skills from his father, he is sure to be admired by his subjects. One day, I wish to be like you, Papa. We will have his funeral by the cliffs of Dover, where he had his coronation those many years ago. If only King Alfred would have known that the babe was actually 2. I named my siblings Alfred and Aelswif, and I raised them both in my father's image. A toast to King Alfred of England, truly one of the greats. Alfred's enshrouded body is held suspended above an open grave, surrounded by close friends and family. Stood at its head is you, a privileged place of mourning. To seem surrounded by so many mourners and given a proper Catholic burial give me hope that perhaps I too will be remembered as fondly as he was, as the greatest of kings. As we lower his body into the earth, the funeral is officially completed with a prayer. Dear older brother, won't you regale us with the story of King Alfred our father once more? Oh, tell us the one where he kills the Norsemen. No, tell us the one where he allies the Greeks. Of course, my siblings, for through the stories of our great king, he has truly never died. Dear God, is it just me or is someone cutting onions in here? That's gonna have to be the end of this one. Truly, it is the simplest stories that are the best. Hope you like this one. If you did, leave a like, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Talking about the next one, it's right there on screen. Why don't you give it a click and I'll see you in that one. Okay, great, bye!